Good day and welcome to what I call the Oak Forest here in LaSalle, Manitoba. It's a beautiful place just to relax, to come and find a peaceful place. I want to tell you a few things about where I'm at, and I want to update something that I said in a CTV interview about almost 3 years ago now, and I want to give an update on that. So I'll show you that next, and then I'll give you some more comments. So watch that video that was posted on CTV News about 2 to 3 years ago.
An MRI is an essential tool in treating cancer. The image provides doctors with information on the size and location of a patient's tumor. And as CTV's Michelle Gerwing explains in More Tomorrows Together, at Cancer Care Manitoba, it's evolving into much more.
Early December, Darren Willems had a seizure. The 53-year-old said he'd never had one before, so he went to the emergency.
They did an MRI the next day and found a mass on the brain right here.
The mass was an aggressive type of brain cancer called glioblastoma. He had surgery right before Christmas and was very happy to be able to spend the holiday with his family.
So when I got home, I had 26 staples in my head, but my grandson probably looked at me funny once, and then we could still play together.
Willems is now about 2/3 through his radiation treatments at Cancer Care Manitoba. In that time, he says he's had about 3 MRIs or magnetic resonance images.
MRI is the gold standard for especially brain tumors. We use it in multiple times at diagnostic stage, as well as for our radiation planning, as well as follow-up.
Dr. Saranya Kakamanu says a standard MRI shows the shape and location of a brain tumor. And new advanced imaging techniques being developed at Cancer Care Manitoba can tease out much more information.
We can look at how the blood is perfusing through the tumor. We can look at how densely packed the cancer cells are. We can look at the changing biochemistry.
Medical physicist Lawrence Reiner says these colorful maps made using MRIs can better inform radiation treatment plans by pinpointing more accurate targets, showing where the cancer may be headed next.
We're one of the first groups in the world to use a special advanced MR technique to map where those cancer cells are most likely invading their brain tumor tissue. So it's pretty exciting to be part of something that big.
Dr. Kakamanu says advanced imaging is also being tested to see if it can tell the difference between inflammation and tumor growth.
Because we don't want to stop a treatment which is working just because the MRI is showing it's getting worse, but our advanced imaging is actually saying it's not really this tumor, it's just the inflammation.
Willems expects to have another MRI when his radiation is done. He says his tumor may be held back for a time through treatment, but will not disappear. Even so, the grandfather of 2 won't stop celebrating life's greatest gifts.
My first day was the first day of life for my granddaughter, Lily Grace, and that was quite meaningful to see her come into the world at the same time that I started this, and I'm just trusting in this treatment that I can still watch her grow up.
Michelle Gerwing, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Well, that was my CTV interview, and here's what I want to do. I want to update it. What I wanted to say, I did not say on television. I should have tried. I should have tried to say that, yes, I do trust this technology. It's wonderful. But I trust the Lord. I trust God to keep me going and to keep me alive, to help me do what He wants me to do. And the technology is amazing. The MRIs, the drugs, the doctors. I've got good people taking care of me, and I have the Lord giving me the ultimate strength and the ability to stand here and talk to you today. In a few weeks, I will have one of those fancy MRIs that you heard in the CTV part about how, you know, in Winnipeg we have these fancy MRI machines that can show more detail of what's going on with my tumor. I have 2 tumor spots actually. The first one, and then radiation, chemo, then the second one came along. And I'm in the chemotherapy, I think number 4, to continue to treat the tumors that are in my head. And I just want to take this time to thank God for being my ultimate power to stay alive. The technology is great, how it's working, and the Lord is keeping me alive and helping me to live. And my challenge right now is to try and figure out, what do I do with life? What do I do with this life that God has given to me? And I'm able to stand here in Oak Forest and tell you about it. So I praise God for that. And I look forward to another MRI coming up soon. That's one of these fancy ones. I've had one before. And they're going to take a look to see what is going on with the tumor sites that I have. They're not going away, but right now they're being held back. And I thank the Lord for that. I hope you have a great day. There is one more thing I wanted to say. I'll add a little bit more on. I thank you, people who are praying for me. I was reminded of the power of prayer today. I was reading in a Christian magazine how a doctor was praying for an impossible situation that was miraculously healed. And so I thank you for praying for me. And I know a lot of you are. Thank you, friends, for doing that. I can't do this by myself. God will keep me going. And as we continue to pray, I will get some more time. I don't know how long. I don't know how many days or years or minutes. Probably more than minutes. But right now I'm standing here and able to do that. So thank you for praying, and God bless you for your support.